Nashville to now brings many thoughts to mind, and I'd like to share a few of those. Now, even though I've been CEO for 2 years and an employee for 25 years, I've been a steward of my grandmother's dream for my entire life. And I view this as a privilege, and I place high expectations on myself. I think about the opportunities and challenges as CEO that Mary Kay herself had to navigate, and then also my father, and I'm no different. Heading up a multi-generational company comes with a few sleepless nights, but also many rewarding interactions and moments with great people like you. I'm sure you're more than aware that the direct selling industry has faced quite a few challenges these last few years, from companies completely shutting their doors to business models being drastically changed, leaving many loyal independent business owners with very little to show for their hard work. Now, I talked about this shift in our industry at seminar, but it bears repeating again. Mary Kay will remain a family-owned, multi-generational company that stays true to its heritage and to you. So, just to be clear, we will not be changing our business model. Now, with that declaration made, it is my responsibility to lead the company through challenges by finding new opportunities and maximizing them. And this is the journey that we've been on. From shifts in our product technology and marketing strategies that affect you, to internal restructurings that impact employees, I'm looking at everything to ensure that we are set up to grow and be strong for decades to come. That's my job as CEO, but it's also my family's legacy. And as Mary Kay's grandson, I plan to see it through. My commitment is to you now and to future generations of Mary Kay leaders. Well, I have the best people around me to take us to new heights, and I know that you will agree. Now, one of those key leaders is Tara Eustace. Now, while she isn't with us here today in person, I am excited to share that she is now leading a new division focused on ensuring the Mary Kay opportunity remains vibrant and viable as our Chief Global Opportunity and Sales Officer. Now, Tara has over 30 years of experience with Mary Kay, having led and grown the Europe region for years, including opening many new markets. Well, she is committed to all that makes the opportunity unique and sustainable for the Mary Kay sales force around the world. And speaking of the best people, I'm pleased to share that Dr. Lucy Gilday, our Chief Brand and Scientific Officer, so she is now leading the teams for not only product strategy and development, but also for brand and marketing. Now, I've talked about Mary Kay being a multi-generational company, and it certainly is in the traditional way. But the company crosses generations in other ways too, and not just within my family. We have employees whose children apply for our highly coveted summer internships. And there are a few instances where more than one family member works for the company. And even if only one family member works for our corporate office, their children are still referred to as Mary Kay kids because their parents have passed on the values and integrity that define this special company. That's something we can brag about. How many other companies can say something like that? Well, later today, you will celebrate a group of very special national sales directors as they debut as a Maritime. There will even be a few who are leaving their personal units to their own children. But really, all of us are inheriting from these NSDs. They are leaving to us their dedication to, passion for, and belief in my grandmother's dream of unlimited opportunities for women. For the opportunity to never hit a glass ceiling or be confined to a territory or have to maintain certain business hours. Can you believe that over 60 years ago, she had this vision for you to have unencumbered success? Success your way, however you define it. And that kind of flexibility wasn't even on the radar in the 1960s. But today, the world is a different place, with greater demands for autonomy to determine how to run an independent small business. Well, that's a good thing for us, since we were founded on those ideals of flexibility and ownership. But the definitions of flexibility, well, those will shift from one generation to the next. And we must not be threatened by that. In fact, we need to embrace our history and evolve for the current times. And this doesn't mean that we will relinquish that which sets us apart, not at all. We will build on what has worked for 6 decades. We will enhance, refine, and improve to meet the needs of all generations. In closing, I want to thank you for being on this journey with me. My grandmother was a trailblazer, and I think about her often. And perhaps I won't be viewed as ahead of my time as she was, and my legacy is yet to be defined. But I do know my purpose, and that is to keep moving this company forward, to lead us to higher levels of success, and to ensure that generations from now, Mary Kay will still be enriching women's lives. Well, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great leadership conference. Thank you.